Hello and welcome to r/AskReddit by Reddit Reader. Today's question is, what everyday household items are actually way more dangerous than we give them credit for? Zippers actually cause a lot of injuries. So does frozen food. The injuries occur when people try to separate frozen items. Nothing more uncomfortable than watching someone trying to separate frozen burger patties with a 8+ chef's knife. My sister-in-law broke her foot by dropping a frozen ham on it. The didn't believe her and called the police on my brother because he made some joke about, well, what do you think happened? I pushed her down the stairs. He then had to spend several hours trying to prove they didn't even have stairs. A mandolin slicer. Those things slice over 9,000 fingers every year. Yikes. The mandolin slicer is a demon who will serve the kitchen faithfully, but it demands a blood sacrifice. There's a reason I'm not allowed to use the mandolin at work. Dull knives. Wish this were more well known. A sharp knife cuts where you intend, and requires less force. A dull knife requires more force, and makes mishaps far worse. I used to teach a twice-yearly knife safety course for Cub Scouts, and the number of parents that tried to argue about this was mind-blowingly high. It'd probably make sense to distinguish potential harm and likely harm. A sharp knife has the potential to do a lot more harm, but since it's easier to control, you're less likely to have an accident. A dull knife has less potential, but you're more likely to mess up with it. Wet tile floors. Lots of people die. Yet, hotel I work at had a man slip in the bathroom and pass a few years ago. They called his wife, who they thought was staying with him, only to find out he was having an affair. Edit. Just want to clarify. The mistress had gone out for whatever reason, so he was alone when he slipped. A double slam. You gotta tell them about the affair first. Your husband was renting a room with another woman, that bastard. I'm gonna kill him. Funny you should say that. Tylenol. The max daily dose of acetaminophen is 4 grams. That's 8 extra strength 500 milligrams tablets. Exceeding that dose can cause your liver to, well, stop, and you die. Also, do not take Tylenol before bed if you are drunk. Alcohol taxes the liver. Tylenol taxes the liver. Don't double down on that damage. As a nursing student, I can tell you not enough people understand this. Well, I almost died from walking barefoot on a yard that had ant killer pellets spread on it when it was a little wet. It started to shut my nervous system down and I just collapsed. I remember tasting metal and then fading out. So my answer is any killer pesticide. Thank God it was me and not one of my daughters. Garage doors. Let the professionals fix it if it breaks. The springs carry a lot of weight. It's perfectly capable of sending you to the hospital if you are doing DIY repairs. My dad was totally degloved. Think that's the right word. And his thumb was only attached by a shred of something trying to fix a garage door. It happened when I was really young, so I'm not 100% with the details. After that he stopped working construction and went to college, so he never had to fix one again. Degloved. This word still gives me shivers every time I read it. Everything is dangerous if you're clumsy. Exactly. I was carrying some utensils a while ago while doing the dishes. Knife dropped and almost went through my foot. It ended up sticking straight up in the hardwood floor. People 100% of injuries to people at home occur when people are in the home. Keep them out. But 100% of non-home injuries occur when people are not in their house. What do we do now? Panics. Toasters. Apparently you're not supposed to use them in the bath because they might electrocute you. Same for hair dryers. Sadly, as productive as it may seem, drying your hair while sitting in the bath isn't recommended. Cats. Cats have all kinds of nightmarish bacteria in their mouth, and their fangs are long enough to puncture deep. If you ever get bitten by a cat, even if it seems minor, go to an urgent care immediately to have it properly disinfected or risk a seriously dangerous infection. Yup, my cat bit me at the vet. I thought it couldn't be that bad since I've had cats all my life. But later that night I was in hospital with a hand twice the normal size. Got a tetanus injection and heavy antibiotics. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more Reddit content.